Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose's back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. All right. What an interesting time wrestling is right now, huh? Actually, what an interesting month. Let's put that into perspective. What an interesting month we've had of wrestling so far. Let's see. We got John Cena finally becoming a Grand Slam champion, winning the Intercontinental title. Maxine Dupree last week became the new Women's Intercontinental Champion. Shout out to Maxine Dupree. JC Jane becoming the fourth woman in history to win the NXT Women's Championship twice. Good stuff. JC Jane's having a hell of a year. Shout out to her. But I only bring that up because, it is wrestling, right? But we're not talking about WWE. Today, we're talking about All Elite Wrestling. Yes, sir. We are talking about AEW. Because something happened this past weekend. Full Gear was this past Saturday. Not going to lie to you. Hell of a show. Hell of a show. Hell of a show. Crazy. Crazy night. Had a couple things happen. Jon Moxley loses again. Kyle O'Reilly beat Jon Moxley in a no-holds-barred match. I love how once Moxley lost the AEW World title, he's just going out there and just putting people over. So he put Darby Allin over. Now he just put Kyle O'Reilly over. Come on, man. Shout out to Jon Moxley on that part. Shout out to him. Let's see. Ricochet becomes the first ever AEW national champion. There's a little bit of funny business with that title. I'm not going to get into that. But I do find it funny that Ricochet won this title. And the first thing everybody talking about is, how AEW is treating Ricochet better than WWE did. Yet, Ricochet, he won some titles in WWE. So, just because he wins this one title, and we don't even know what the reign even going to look like. So, let's relax on that for a minute. FTR become tag team champions again. I believe they're three-time AEW tag title champions now. So, I believe they're the only team in AEW history to win them 3 times. So, shout out to FTR. Chris Statlander beat Mercedes Moné for the women's title. Surprised that Mercedes is not winning this AEW Women's Championship. I'm pleasantly surprised. But maybe this is her way of saying, hey, I'm putting people over. I'm like, I don't know. Hey, hey, do you, man? Do you? But the biggest thing to come out of this past weekend was the main event. The AEW World title on the line. Hangman Adam Page took on Samoa Joe Steel Cage. This was the only match I watched. Watched through and through. Like every other match, I kind of just either skimmed through it or just wanted to see who won. But this match right here, I watched entirely because I had to know how we got to where we got to. And maybe it was just me, but the match felt short before the shenanigans happened. I felt like they were wrestling for 10 minutes by themselves, and then, before you knew it, Shibata came out there to try to distract Hangman Adam Page. He got beaten for his troubles by Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston came out and beat him up. Then Powerhouse Hobbs came in and physically, and I mean physically, pulled the chain off the steel cage door. He pulled it, boom. I was like, wow. Okay, Powerhouse, that's my guy. That's my guy, Powerhouse Hobbs. He got in the ring, and Hangman Adam Page handled business. Then out of nowhere came Hook. Hook got in the ring. He's trying to wake up the ref. Then he sees the AEW title, picks it up slowly, and then as Hangman Adam Page is getting up, boom. Hook turns heel essentially. Yeah, this is Hook's heel turn pretty much. This is his first heel turn. He's now a heel. Then he takes off the leather jacket he got on, and then he shows the op shirt that he's wearing. Bryan Danielson, I love you. You are one of the greatest wrestlers of this generation, of this century, I'll say. But when you ask this question,
has he been part of the ops all along?
I almost wanted to hurt you. I almost did. I almost did. Because why? Why are you asking? Like, bro, really? Bro, Hook was an original member of the ops before he got hurt. And then Powerhouse Hobbs took over. I'm not surprised Hook is still with them. I'm not surprised at that. I don't know why. Like, that question bothered the hell out of me. I'm like, so you don't remember when you don't remember when Hook, Joe, and Shibata were a thing? And then Hook got hurt and then Powerhouse Hobbs took his spot? Hook didn't drop out. Hook didn't get kicked out. Joe told him to his face. He was like, we were a man short. We did what we had to do. And Hook said, I ain't mad at you. Salute you. He did. So I'm confused, bro. But nonetheless, Hook woke up Joe. Joe took Paige to the corner. Muscle buster. 1, 2, 3. And shockingly and surprisingly, we got a new AEW World Champion. Samoa Joe becomes the 4th man in that company's history to win the AEW World title more than once. The 3 people that came before him was the man Joe beat, Hangman Adam Page, Jon Moxley, and Jon Moxley to this day is still the only 4-time AEW World Champion. And of course, CM Punk. So Samoa Joe got the title. And it's him, Hobbs, Hook, and the Ops Dojo, I guess, all celebrating with Joe. And as Joe is talking his mess to Paige while Paige is down, the lights go out. Then it come back on. Then on the Titantron, you got it's showing a house going up in flames. Then the spotlight went on Prince Nana. And then the next thing you heard, whose house? No, I said, whose house? No, I don't think you understand. I said, whose house? Swerve Strickland is back. And my man is looking jacked. I was with it. I'm like, hold on. My man looking swole right here. Hold on. My man been in the gym. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Swerve's been gone for about a month and a half or so. Yeah, Swerve was only gone for a short time. I thought Swerve would be out longer than that. I thought he'd take off more time. But he didn't. He was only gone for like a short time. Which either tells me one thing. Either Swerve wanted to come back now, or Tony Khan said, we need you. I'm going with the latter here. I'm thinking Tony Khan called him like, yo, we our division right now is kind of slim. Which actually in a way it kind of is. Because if you think about it now, see, when Paige was champion, you could kind of put heels on him, right? You could throw some heels at him. Now that Samoa Joe is the champion and he's a heel, you really don't got many faces that could challenge. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I mean, you got Darby Allin. Technically, probably out of every face, Darby Allin's probably the most ready out of everybody. But unfortunately, they probably say, oh, Darby not ready. Darby probably, we still going to put Darby with, the Death Riders, and he's just going to do what he do with them. And I'm like, all right, whatever you want to do. Instead, we call Swerve. Swerve's back. Swerve gets in the ring. He looks at Hangman Page down on the mat. And before you know it, beating the hell out of everybody in the ring. Taking out Joe, taking down the Ops Dojo, beating the hell out of them. Until Swerve is looking at Joe, Joe looking at Swerve. And then somebody was about to hit Swerve from behind, but Page knocked them out. And then the show ends with Hangman Adam Page and Swerve side to side. And I was like, man, what a time. These two hated the hell out of each other. Now, they're side to side with one common enemy, the Ops. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. I saw a post somewhere, and it highlighted the 3 champions in the 3 big companies right now. CM Punk is the World Heavyweight Champion. Frankie Kazarian is the TNA Champion. And Samoa Joe is now the AEW World Champion. Man, I'm like, wow. You really think about all of them are 40 plus. I think Frankie Kazarian is 40 plus. I think he is. Because I know Joe's like 45, 40. Joe is old, bro. You wouldn't think Joe was old, but Joe's old. We already know Punk's like 46, 47. I think Frankie's in his 40s. Gotta be. And it's just like, just highlighting that fact. I'm like, man, that's interesting. But yeah, Samoa Joe's world champion. Not mad at it. Not mad. You know, Samoa, we got a lot of love for Samoa Joe over here, man. We got a lot of love. So I'm not mad that man's champion. I'm not mad at all. But I guess we're going to do Swerve and Joe again. I guess in this way, Swerve could get his run back. Because I don't think we're going to not mad at Swerve for going after the title. I wouldn't actually be mad if he became champion again. But I don't know. Oh, by the way, Swerve got a new theme. It's by him. It's his song. I don't know. Something about that theme don't sound like a theme song. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Like you know how you hear a song and you're like, okay, I can see somebody using that. I don't know. Like, the theme he's using just doesn't sound right. But it sounds good. I do like it. But I guess I got to get used to the fact that, it's his theme now. No more Swerve when I drive. And no more of that. Kind of mad at that because that's my song. But, yeah. As time goes on, we'll see. But yeah, we got a new era in AEW right now. We'll see how things go. World's End is next month. I believe they're still doing that show in December. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah. So until then, it's been Rose, man. Thanks for watching. Thank you for all the support as always. I did The Wolf Among Us. It's on my channel. I'm going to make a post on where you could get the whole playlist of it. If you want to watch all the episodes, I'll pin that there. Y'all can watch. Y'all can go check that out. I still got my 2K going. And Survivor Series is this weekend. I guess I'll do my predictions on Thanksgiving. We're definitely going to knock that out. You already know, man. So until next time, peace, love, 100. You heard?